Imagine you are floating on a paddleboard, enjoying the calm, blue water. Suddenly, the ocean next to you swells, and a shadow the size of a school bus glides just beneath the surface. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's a very real possibility when you share the ocean with whales. Close encounters happen more often than you might think, kayakers. Surfers sometimes finding themselves unexpectedly lifted by a surfacing giant. It's a moment that is both terrifying and absolutely awe-inspiring. These viral videos make us ask a fascinating question. What if you weren't so lucky? What would actually happen if one of these massive creatures accidentally swallowed you? To understand, first wrap your head around their sheer scale. Let's talk about the blue whale, the largest animal that has ever existed on our planet, even bigger than the most enormous dinosaurs. Its heart alone is the size of a small car. Its tongue weighs as much as an adult elephant. If a blue whale opened its mouth, it could hold nearly 500 people. However, despite that city block-sized mouth, a blue whale poses zero threat of swallowing a human. Their anatomy won't allow it. The throat is only about the size of a dinner plate, maybe a large grapefruit. Long before viral videos and the internet, there was a story that captured the world's imagination, a tale that seemed to prove a person could be swallowed by a whale and live. The year was 1891, and the main character was a sailor named James Bartley. Reports said he was on a whaling expedition in the South Atlantic. During a hunt, a massive sperm whale attacked their smaller boat, and in the chaos, Bartley was lost at sea, presumed drowned. The crew carried on, grief-stricken, eventually tracking and killing the same whale. The next day, they noticed movement inside the carcass. They cut it open and found James Bartley, unconscious, but alive. He had supposedly spent over 15 hours inside the whale. The story exploded worldwide, ultimate man versus nature. Legend says he emerged bleached white and permanently blind. For decades, he was hailed as a modern-day Jonah. If you were swallowed by a sperm whale, the first obstacle would be the teeth. Sperm whales have 40 to 50 conical teeth on the lower jaw, each about 20 centimeters long, roughly a large kitchen knife. They don't chew like we do, but the closing force alone is devastating. Surviving that stage would take unbelievable luck. Past the teeth, you'd be forced down the esophagus. It's pitch black, slick, and terrifyingly cramped. You'd find it almost impossible to breathe. There's no oxygen, only methane from digestion. Meanwhile, peristalsis squeezes relentlessly, pushing you deeper. Next, the digestive system gets to work. Whales produce hydrochloric acid, like ours, but built for giant squid. It would immediately attack your skin and clothing. You'd land in the first of 4 stomach chambers. Yes, 4. A complex system for a tough diet. You might glimpse a brief bioluminescent glow from digested prey. Then it dies away. From there, you're just cargo on a one-way conveyor. Eventually, only indigestible parts, mostly bones, would remain. Let's be perfectly clear, the chances of surviving inside a whale are 0. The James Bartley tale crumbles under science. The 2 biggest problems, lack of oxygen and crushing pressure. You'd lose consciousness within minutes, long before the first stomach. Esophageal muscles and depth pressures would batter your body, breaking bones and causing fatal internal injuries. Even with magical oxygen, digestive acids end the story. Hydrochloric acid doesn't whiten, it dissolves skin, muscles, organs. A whale's gut is a disassembly line. First, second, third, fourth stomach. There's no escape, no return. So, definitive answer, no. A person cannot be swallowed by a whale and live. Those contrary stories belong with sea monsters and mermaids. Modern science calls the legend out. It might be entertaining, but it's pure fiction. End of myth. After exploring the grim details, here's the reassuring truth. Whales aren't interested in eating humans. We've never been on their menu. Baleen whales eat tiny krill and small fish. Toothed whales like sperm whales and orcas hunt larger prey such as seals and sea lions and squid. A human splashing on the surface doesn't register as food. During lunge feeding, they gulp water and prey by the ton. If a person is in the way, it's an accident. In rare engulfments, the whale recognizes the mistake and spits the person out. It's as startling for the whale as it is for us, so treat them with respect and space. They're intelligent social animals navigating their ocean home. When we go to sea, we're visitors. Give them room to feed and care for their young. Being swallowed by a whale is a fascinating hypothetical. But the real story is their incredible biology and scale.